Welcome back to the Deep Dive, where we deliver the shortcut to being truly well-informed. Today, we're taking a deep, critical look at a series that has, well, it's really charmed the anime world.
It absolutely has.
We're talking about the deeply tender high school romance, Sasaki and Miyano. Our mission here is to move beyond just, the surface level sweetness and really unpack why this specific story about first love has earned so much praise for its emotional intelligence.
It's the perfect subject for a deep dive, because while it's outwardly this very gentle, wholesome high school experience, the emotional journey the characters go on is, it's profoundly complex, the core of the series, and it's a tight one, 12 episodes?
Yeah, about 5 hours plus the movie.
Right. It focuses on Miyano, a highly self-conscious boys' love enthusiast, and his intense connection with Sasaki, who's this seemingly confident but equally uncertain upperclassman.
And that complexity, I think it really lies in that contradiction. It's a BL series about a boy who loves BL but desperately does not want to be in a BL story himself.
Yeah.
We've got a mountain of sources here, everything from the manga's origins to its critical reception, so let's just jump in and set the scene. Okay, let's unpack this core dynamic first.
So we start with Miyano Yoshikazu, our protagonist. And he is what's known in the community as a fudanshi, which is a male fan who is dedicated to the boys' love genre.
And his passion is deep.
Oh, it runs deep. He's into the manga, the novels, the films, and yes, even the raunchy audio dramas. This fandom isn't just a casual thing for him. It's a defining part of his personal life.
But it's a part he treats almost like a secret vice, right? He'll joke about it with his really close friends, maybe ship them for a laugh.
Right.
But he has this intense self-consciousness about his fudanshi status around anyone else. He's just terrified of that judgment, that, snap assumption about his sexuality.
And that anxiety perfectly sets up the chance encounter that, it changes everything. Miyano's trying to stand up for a friend against some bullies. It's this little moment of timid heroism when he's dramatically rescued by the tall, cool, slightly intimidating senior student, Sasaki Shumei.
That rescue, of course, that's what kicks off the friendship. They find out they ride the same train home, and as they start talking, Miyano takes this huge emotional risk.
A huge risk.
He opens up about his fandom. He actually recommends a BL manga to Sasaki, who has, zero experience with the genre.
And this is where the genius of the story starts to unfold.
Yeah.
Sasaki genuinely tries it, and he likes it. But if we connect this to the bigger picture, Sasaki's willingness to dive into a genre he knows nothing about, it's not really about the manga's plot.
No, not at all. It's about the person recommending
Exactly.
it. That's the key analytical point, isn't it? When Miyano talks about these stories, he completely transforms. He's normally so reserved, a little meek maybe.
Yeah.
But when he's discussing fictional romance, he becomes articulate, passionate, just completely animated. You see the real, unguarded him.
Precisely. Sasaki's developing crush on Miyano is initially the catalyst for sharing the hobby. He just wants that shared bridge. But what truly sustains the attraction is that Sasaki is falling for the enthusiastic, unguarded Miyano, who only comes out when he's talking about BL.
But this setup immediately just crashes into Miyano's massive internal wall. He's literally bonding with someone over same-sex attraction, but his own personal reality is so much more rigid.
It is.
And this brings us to that fascinating psychological contradiction at the heart of the show.
The contradiction is, it's staggering. Miyano adores the genre that celebrates same-sex relationships. He's immersed in all the tropes, yet he is absolutely adamant that he is not attracted to men.
He even brings up past crushes on girls.
He does.
Yeah.
And he gets genuinely defensive if anyone, even just teasingly, suggests he might be interested in guys.
It's such an accurate portrayal of that kind of internalized anxiety. He's trying to perform a very conventional masculinity, especially in an all-boys school. He loves the fantasy of it all, but applying it to himself is just, it's terrifying.
And the roots of this denial are anchored in a really painful middle school experience. He was teased mercilessly for his slightly cute or girly appearance. And that was incredibly emasculating for him.
Oh, yeah.
He internalized this message that being different meant being ridiculed.
So, if we look at this from a psychological angle, denying same-sex attraction isn't just about sexuality for him. It's a defense mechanism against repeating that past humiliation.
Totally.
Accepting his feelings for Sasaki would mean embracing the very identity he's afraid of. The cute, sensitive, gay BL lover. It would make him a target all over again.
And what's fascinating is how he uses the genre he loves, BL, as
Yeah.
the very thing to distance himself from his own reality.
Yeah.
He can be an expert critic, pointing out the tropes, making sure everyone knows it's just fantasy.
Keeping his own feelings safely compartmentalized.
Exactly.
That makes the narrative tension so much richer than just a simple coming out story. The conflict isn't external. His friends are all universally supportive.
They're great.
The conflict is entirely internal. It's all about self-acceptance. And this anxiety just gets magnified when Sasaki, who is the picture of self-acceptance, starts the confession arc.
Sasaki is the walking symbol of what Miyano wants to be.
Mhm.
He's got the dyed hair, the piercings, that easy confidence. He's just comfortable in his own skin, and that's what allows him to drive the relationship forward. He inspires Miyano.
And Sasaki starts with that first tentative whisper of, "I like you." It's subtle, you can easily ignore it, and Miyano promptly spirals into confusion.
Aided by a very timely school break.
Right. But Sasaki is serious. He clarifies it later, stating it directly. "I like you, Miyano. The gloves are off."
And then comes the relationship-defining misstep. Miyano, completely overwhelmed, asks the most fundamental question, "Why do you like me?" And Sasaki, nervous, just blurts out the worst possible answer.
Your face.
Your face.
God.
Oh, the blunder.
It's so bad. He immediately regrets it, of course, because it just reduces his genuine emotional attraction down to, well, shallow physical appreciation.
And that, ironically, plays right into Miyano's biggest insecurity. It fuels his fear that he's only being seen as a cute object, which is exactly what traumatized him in middle school.
And this blunder, combined with Miyano's deep-seated anxiety, is what leads to the most critically debated part of the series. That agonizing middle stretch.
We really have to talk about the pacing here.
We do. After that clear confession, Miyano takes 6 long episodes to give any kind of coherent answer. His stalling just becomes so frustratingly vague. It's all, "I need time, I don't want to be mistaken."
From a narrative critique perspective, this stall is kind of a double-edged sword. On one hand, it's realistic. That much self-doubt, you're redefining your whole understanding of yourself. That takes time.
Sure.
But on the other hand, it creates a serious narrative drag. It just leaves Sasaki in limbo, agonizing over the uncertainty, not sure if he should wait or just move on.
And that prolonged uncertainty has real, measurable consequences on Sasaki's behavior. This brings us to what some critics call the ugly notch in his character arc.
Right. This is where the series shows its true commitment to realism. It acknowledges that even good, supportive people can fail under stress.
Exactly. Sasaki, fueled by anxiety and frustration, starts exhibiting some clear boundary issues. The series shows him becoming a bit invasive, almost aggressive in his pursuit, blurring the lines of consent out of desperation.
Especially leading up to episode 11.
It's a critical moment for the narrative, because in a show that's otherwise praised for being so wholesome, this action creates genuine tension. And it's crucial that the series condemns his actions.
It absolutely does. Sasaki recognizes his failure, he steps back, and he gives this profound, remorseful apology for being invasive. It highlights that mutual respect isn't just about big gestures, it's about respecting emotional boundaries even when you're stressed out.
And that remorse is pivotal. It proves his feelings are genuine and rooted in respect for Miyano, not ownership or fixation.
It sets up the finale perfectly.
The ultimate breakthrough for Miyano happens around the school festival, that classic high school setting. Experiencing the Hooligan Fortune Cafe, the fireworks, and just being happy and supported by Sasaki, it finally breaks down his internal defenses.
By the time we reach the climax in episode 12, Miyano is ready. He's crossed that chasm of self-doubt. But Sasaki, showing all that growth we just discussed, he interrupts Miyano to deliver this profound, unreserved apology for his earlier lapse in control.
And here's the beautiful, character-defining twist. Miyano wasn't actually put off by that near-kiss incident. In fact, that's when he realized he wanted that closeness.
Yes.
The moment of potential intimacy, even flawed as it was, showed him the reality of his own desires.
He then proceeds with one of the most sincere and contemplative confessions in the genre. He moves beyond the tropes of the BL manga he loves and grounds his feelings in their shared reality.
He doesn't just say, "I love you." He lists the specific, real reasons why he wants to be with Sasaki. He talks about enjoying their talks on the train, feeling relieved by Sasaki's support during the festival, finding him both cute and cool.
And most importantly, he explicitly confirms his physical attraction. He admits, "I want to hug and touch you, senpai." After a 6-episode journey of denying his feelings, this acceptance is incredibly powerful.
That specificity makes the confession feel so genuine and so earned. Sasaki is, of course, overjoyed and deeply moved. The episode ends with the definitive resolution. They share 2 kisses, and they're officially boyfriends under the sunset.
Miyano's journey comes full circle. He finally admits his infatuation, not just on some abstract emotional level, but physically and romantically, with the person who championed his authentic self from the very beginning.
But the relationship doesn't just end with a happily ever after high school fade out. We have the 1-hour movie sequel, Sasaki and Miyano, Graduation.
Which came out in 2023. It ensures their story continues into the real world.
Right. And the film focuses on Sasaki's high school graduation and the tension that comes with that transition. Now that they're official boyfriends, the dynamic shifts.
It does. They're more assertive, more intimate, but they're always maintaining that really high standard of mutual respect and consent.
The narrative introduces a new external challenge, the looming long-distance relationship. Sasaki passes his university exams, which means they're going to be separated physically after graduation. This shifts the whole focus from will they get together
Just
to
again, they stay together.
exactly. And the film also tackles the inevitable, sensitive moment of coming out, and it reinforces the series' core theme of a positive environment.
We see Miyano nervously tell his mother, who just responds with this wonderful, supportive nonchalance. It's great.
Yeah.
And Sasaki's older sister, who's a little hesitant at first, she quickly becomes accepting after a heartfelt conversation with Miyano.
This intentional choice to minimize external homophobia is so essential to the series' identity. By focusing on supportive families and friends, the story can keep its focus on the internal psychological struggles rather than relying on, external drama.
The film provides a really satisfying capstone. You have Miyano reaffirming, I want to keep going into the future with Senpai. It leaves you with this concrete sense of hope and commitment.
And as a quick footnote, the film came bundled with that short feature, Hirano and Kajiura.
Oh, right. The pilot for the spinoff.
Yeah, it's basically an intro giving us a peek at the romance between the disciplinary committee member and his basketball-playing roommate.
So after this deep dive into the characters, the pacing, the themes, what are the critical takeaways? Why does Sasaki and Miyano resonate so powerfully with people?
I think the overall consensus is that the series is a standout success, and it's precisely because of that emotional intelligence. It's often cited as the perfect gateway BL anime for newcomers.
Because it actively subverts the toxic tropes you see in older BL titles, where older stories might rely on non-consensual dynamics or really unequal power structures.
Right.
Sasaki and Miyano just champions sincerity, emotional connection, and, crucially, mutual respect. It kind of resets the bar for what romance in this genre should look like.
And that leads to its brilliant meta quality. I mean, Miyano, our Fudanshi protagonist, is a walking encyclopedia of genre tropes.
He knows them all.
And because he knows all the cliches, the story can use his knowledge to actively avoid them. It becomes a commentary on the genre itself, forcing the relationship to be built on healthy communication instead of, dramatic misunderstandings.
The strength of that universally accepting and supportive friend group cannot be overstated. By removing the external conflict, the story insists that the most significant barrier to falling in love isn't the outside world.
It's the internal process.
It's the internal process of self-discovery and acceptance. They normalize the relationship, which allows the main characters to normalize it for themselves.
It's a masterful portrayal of 2 teenagers figuring out complicated feelings for the first time, grounded in honesty and respect. It shows that first love is giddy, it's confusing, it involves missteps like Sasaki's boundary issues, but ultimately it requires personal growth to succeed.
And that brings us to our final thought for you to chew on. Miyano spent the entire series convinced that his obsession with fictional BL was something shameful he had to hide, a source of ridicule. But the series proves the exact opposite. What are the things you are most self-conscious about, the quirks or passions you keep hidden, are actually the very things that lead you to the most genuine and transformative relationships of your life.
Something to consider as you navigate the complexities of your own authentic self. Thanks for joining us for the deep dive. We'll see you next time.
Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please consider